I love staying in touch with my clients, and sometimes it's really easy to do that, and sometimes it's really difficult to do that. But the other day, I had a missed call on my phone, and it was a client that I've had for a number of years, and he and I always stay in touch with each other probably every couple of years. So I called him back, and he laughed and he said, I was wondering if you'd give me a call back because you saw that there was a missed call. So anyway, we ended up sitting and talking, and I ended up talking to him for about 20 or 30 minutes. We caught up on a lot of things. So the point of the story is that this is somebody who always wanted to buy a home up and around Grafton and on the Grafton River Road overlooking the river. And after about a year and a half or 2 year search, we found the perfect home for him. And he was so happy and so pleased. It needed some work, and he was okay with that. He's done a lot of work on it. He said, do you remember the retaining wall that was in back of the house that separated the backyard from the pool? And I said, yeah. I said, that was a huge retaining wall. And he said, yeah, it was. And he said, it was about 50 years old. And he said, it needed to be replaced. It was time to be replaced. He said, so went after several estimates on it. He said, Sandy, they were coming in anywhere from 60 to 70 to $80,000. And I thought, holy smokes, this is something I can do. And I said, no, you didn't do that, did you? And he said, yeah. And I said, that huge retaining wall? He said, yeah. I said, how the heck did you know what to do? He said, that's what YouTube is for. He said, plus I asked some professional people. I got a little bit of help. And he said, I went out and I bought myself a skidder and a loader. And he said, I tore down the wall and I built this wall. And I said, you got to send me a picture of this. I can't believe it. He said, it turned out absolutely beautiful. And he said, you can do anything that put your mind to. And he said, I did it. He said, I'm really proud of myself. He said, so now I've decided I need to have a new deck and I'm going to learn how to build this deck and I'm going to do it. And I said, kudos to you. I am so proud of you. I can't believe it. So attached is a picture of the wall that he built himself with a little help from his son who came over and some other people. But I have to tell you, I applaud his efforts. I applaud the fact that it turned out to be beautiful. And he said, now I just need to get the pool in shape. And he said, and I am set for summer. So there you go. This is Sandie LaMantia with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Select Properties. If you ever have a question about real estate or you need to know anything, just give me a call or visit my website.